Hey guys, it's Sydney. Welcome back to my channel. And today we'll be talking about Wicked, the movie that has taken over my life. Now, y'all may be like, Sydney, you've been in theater. You should know about Wicked. You should have been knew about Wicked. I knew about Wicked, but I purposely avoided watching the musical, listening to the soundtrack, any spoilers because I knew this movie was coming out and I love Ariana Grande. So you knew I was going to see this movie, of course. Of course, it was a given. So I was really into it, and then I saw Cynthia Erivo was also going to be up, but she could sing down. It was something very serious to me. So I was like, oh, I'm not going to watch anything. I'm not going to know anything about Wicked except for the Glee episode where she's singing Defying Gravity. That's all I got. I didn't even know Glenda had a part in Defying Gravity until I was like, why is she singing?
Big Sister General.
Talking about the singing, let's just go right into vocal performances. That's the main thing I want to talk about. I almost cried during Defying Gravity. I'm not kidding. I'm not joking. It's not a joke. It's not a fun little kiki. Like, I was literally about to tear up in that theater, and then it ended. I thank God it ended, because if it went on any longer, I had makeup in my waterline. I'm gonna show y'all what I look like the day of the theater. Not the day of the theater. I'm gonna show y'all what I look like the day I went to go see the show. Ariana Grande, Arianka. She was not playing. She was not playing. She was like Kristen Chenoweth. Let me get your nachos for a second, because she really was. No one mourns the wicked. I was into it. I was like, ain't no way this is Ain't no way this is her. I was there when Imagine dropped. I knew she could do it, but I didn't know she could do it like this. I was like, yo, anybody that doubted Ariana Grande, don't put me on that list, because it's me. It's me and Arianka against the world, okay? It's nothing. What? Jonathan Bailey really surprised me. I don't know Jonathan Bailey from a can of paint. I watched 3 episodes of Bridgerton. I'm not really into the Jonathan Bailey lore, but he really surprised me. Like, he's really good, and I'm really excited to see Act 2, because I went ahead and spoiled it for me. I went ahead and spoiled it for me, because I was like, I can't wait. I already seen a spoiler. Spoiler alert for second act of Wicked, second act for Wicked. Jonathan Bailey gets turned into the Scarecrow, right? I already knew that because I was on TikTok and I just saw a spoiler. I was like, what? So I was like, if I did see that spoiler, I might as well just see everything else. I might as well just know the plot. And oh my goodness. Gagga clock. What is going on with Ethan Slater? Can we talk about that? Nessa. Yo, that made me so, like, that whole scene, I was just like, what am I watching right now? I was literally, like, Dancing Through Life was very overstimulating, but it was good until I got to Box part. I was like, are you done? Do you have 30 seconds? I just did a lighting change. Sorry, y'all. It was overstimulating for me. Now let's get into the vocal production and the engineering. Popular. Why does it sound like that? I thought maybe it was an issue uploading it to like TikTok and Instagram, and that's why there was like that like slight pitch.
You're gonna be popular.
And it may not even be an issue on Ariana's part, but an issue with the vocal engineering team. And a lot of people are blaming Ariana. And I'm like, how is that Ariana's fault that it sounds like a robot? Ariana can sound like that live. That's why I don't like y'all playing with my girl. Like, she can sound like that live. She can sing in real life. Just because your faves can't. Just because your fave is Gracie Abrams. That doesn't mean she can't. Why Gracie Abrams cast destroyed? I'm sorry, Gracie. The soundtrack and the movie sound completely different, as they should. It's the soundtrack and the movie, but I really wish they kept the sound of the movie to the soundtrack, because it really feels like you're there, like a live Broadway production. You know, when I was listening to the original soundtrack of Wicked, the Broadway version, it really felt like you were right there, sitting in the audience, listening to Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel. Like, you're literally listening to them. And you can especially see this in No One Mourns the Wicked. The difference between No One Mourns the Wicked in the Broadway version and in the musical, like the movie version, is stark. The movie is so overstimulating. It's so much happening at once. Even when you're not just watching it, when I was in the theater watching it, I was like, what is going on in the land of Oz? I was really confused at first, because I went into not knowing nothing about Wicked. They did the pan over, like, I was just so stressed. I was so stressed out. And then when I listened to the soundtrack, and I realized it was the exact same, just more toned down, I was like, see, this is what This is what I'm talking about. This is what I need. This is what I need. They're trying to pay homage to so many different things that it ends up frustrating me. It ends up making me like my whole brain is about to explode. Like you stop hiding Easter eggs everywhere and just play the music. Play the music. I'm sorry, mother. Michelle Yeoh. I'm sorry, mother. But I don't think this was the part for you. I don't think this was the part for you. And maybe she'll prove me wrong in Act 2. But like she said it herself, she's not a singer. You should have hired a singer. Michelle Yeoh was a good choice for the role, but I would rather have someone that could sing better, even though she only had like a small part of the singing. I just feel like the part in The Wizard and I always skip it. I'm like, Cynthia, it's your turn. And especially when you're standing next to such strong singers, Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo, Jonathan Bailey in his own right, like you're standing up against people like this and you can't sing. It kind of blows me that John M. Chu made that decision. Talk about John M. Chu and his decisions. What is going on in the land of Hollywood? What is going on there? In The Wizard and I, a lot of people are bringing this up, but like the hay scene where she's like in the wheat and she's walking out and she pans over and it's supposed to be this big grandiose scene. But like, I also think it could possibly mean that the world isn't what it seems. Like she's in this dreamland where everything may seem bright, but like outside of it, outside of her little bubble as she is, it's dreary. Like the world is actually dreary. So there could be a lot of points of reasoning of why he made the color grading. That doesn't mean it make the movie less ugly looking. Why does the set look more colorful on Twitter leaked photos of the set than on the actual movie? And I know it's supposed to be a gritty, like, retelling and all this stuff. At the end of the day, you're making a musical. At the end of the day, it's supposed to be, like, you know. And a lot of people were hoping that The Wicked would be the musical that brings, like, all the bright colors back to Hollywood. But everybody's so focused on making everything realistic. And they're like, oh, what about the CGI? The CGI, like, the dark color makes the CGI. I'm like, I don't care. Get better CGI. I don't care. I also want to say that I actually liked the CGI in the film. I can't really tell the difference between good CGI and bad CGI, unless it's like really horrendous. But I thought it was pretty chill. You know, the animals are like animals. And people were talking about the costumes. The costumes are amazing. The costumes are amazing. The production is amazing. The makeup is amazing. Who is making a micro braid wig and making it look real? Cynthia Erivo's lip combos. Sometimes it would distract me because like the liner would be messed up and I would be like, girl, what you doing? A good example of their color grading was What Is This Feeling? When they did like the bright pink and the bright green, like, what is this feeling? So sudden and new. I know the moment I laid eyes on you. Like that was so nice. I love What Is This Feeling? I could literally make a whole video about What Is This Feeling. I really love it. Haunted as a frame. Does it have a name? Yes. Loathing.
Wrap it up.
I want to talk about how the animal storyline, which is supposed to be the driving force for Elphaba's character and the whole reason why she defies the Wizard of Oz, feels like a subplot. Like, why is that a subplot? Like, everybody's so focused on Fiero and Galinda and their whole love triangle, and that's a true love triangle because Elphaba and Galinda are in love with each other. Ariana Grande has said that most of the times they're in love with each other and Galinda is a lesbian on the low. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But why does that feel like it's the front? I feel like it is the front because like the story is coming from Galinda's point of view. She's the one telling it to the Munchkins and Munchkinland and all that jazz. Of course she's gonna censor Galinda and Galinda's gonna censor Galinda every single time, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But like the animals are such an important part and we just get like one song, one scene, and then we spend all this time talking about dancing through life, all this I feel like it was a misuse of time. Like they should have made it seem like a much more dire situation. And like, because we see Elphaba's urgency, but we don't understand like, okay, it was one lion cub. Okay, it's da-da-da-da. Like, we don't even tie it back to Dulcie Bear being the one that takes care of Elphaba for real. They don't even tie that back. Why nobody care? I think that's all I had to say. This will be a really short video. Wicked is just a lot. I feel like I threw a lot of thoughts at y'all that I didn't finish because I'm trying to think of the best way. Like, I feel like Wicked itself, when it's all done next year, if I don't come out with a real comprehensive video essay, y'all can slap me in the face, because it's so much I can say about Wicked and what it says, and the implication of there being a black woman playing Elphaba. A black woman playing Elphaba. Most black women relate to Elphaba's story because we're black and we're always the ones fighting for other people's causes before our own. The fact that Elphaba in The Wizard of Oz was like, oh, degreenify you and stuff like that. Like, her dream is to fit in with other people, and her dream is to be like other people, so she doesn't have to fight for her rights. She doesn't have to fight for the rights of animals. She doesn't have to do this. She could just be like Fiero and Glinda and just dance through life, but she can't. She can't. She has to work hard like a black woman has to. Anyways, that's all I had to say, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Letterboxd with Blinded Sydney, and I will see y'all in the next one. Thank you guys so much for 2,000 subscribers. I hit 2,000 subscribers while on hiatus. That's crazy. I feel like, whoa. I feel like Cardi B waited 5 years to drop an album. Oh my gosh, y'all, I promise y'all gonna get fed, because this winter break I'm gonna be home for a month. Y'all gonna get fed. Y'all get a video every week. I promise that. And if I don't give it to y'all can slap me across the face. I'm not playing. What's with me slapping people across the face today? I don't know. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know y'all thoughts on Wicked. If I missed anything, I can elaborate more in the comments if y'all want. Anyways, bye guys.